so grateful for that. I'm so grateful to get to know you as well, Delwyn.
What's up, House Nation? It's Coach Dale here with our first ever recording of our House Nation podcast. I'm here with
Caroline.
Chelsea.
And we are the House Nation podcast. Really quick, we just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsor, Sparkling Creations. Hey, if you don't know about Sparkling Creations, are you looking to make an event truly unforgettable? Do you need tables, chairs, rental equipment, covers, and tablecloths? Look no further. Visit our convenient location at 976 North Winstead Avenue in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. You can give them a call at 252-443-0472. Well, hey, here we are. Caroline, what's up? Chelsea, what's up?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, what's new? I know we've kind of got off the holiday season. What's going on? What's up?
Well, I just rang in the new year. I celebrated my 29th birthday on December 29th. So I don't know if you know this, but if you turn the number of the day of your birthday, like 29 on the 29th, it's considered your golden birthday.
Oh, wow.
So I had my golden birthday, and if you guys saw it, there was a double rainbow on my birthday.
Come on, somebody.
So I got home in the exact moment to take pictures with it, and it was so cool. I've never seen a rainbow on my birthday before, let alone a double rainbow, so that was really cool. Yeah, awesome. So I felt like I bring in the new year in a really cool and inspiring way.
That's awesome. Chelsea?
That's awesome, yeah. Well, I was home. I was hanging out with my family for most of the time. We didn't do a whole lot. We just, ate, played some games, which was nice and relaxing. So that was pretty much my break.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. What was your favorite game you played?
Oh, we like to play the card games like Old Lady and then Go Fish.
Old Maid?
Old Maid. We call it
like
Old
Old
Lady.
Lady.
We call it Old Lady for some reason. We always have. I don't know why.
It was fun. Good card games.
I love it.
How about you, Del?
Hey, we just got back from Charleston. First of all, if y'all have not visited Charleston, please take a trip down there. This is not a sponsored ad from Visit Charleston, but it's the most beautiful place in the world. A lot of colors, great food. If you want your palate tested, please go down there. And King Street is awesome. So if y'all, want to break the bank, just keep walking. Literally, it's a store on both sides of the street.
Nice.
But yeah, we're here. We've been we're 3 workouts in for the year so far, and we've just been sending it, raising that bar for 2025.
Yeah. Well, y'all deserved a nice break after 2024. It was an exponential year for Box House.
Yes. Well, we're just thankful and just ready to get it in for the new year.
Yeah.
know?
And in this new year, we have a podcast now at Box House. And to give you a summary of today's episode, we're just going to be talking about us three, who we are, and why the heck we're doing this. So we're going to jump in. Chelsea, if you'll go ahead and lead us into this part of our podcast.
Well, I want to start with Delwyn. Delwyn, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so me, originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. Went to high school, Southeast Raleigh High School. I love sports. Huge sports guy. I played sports my whole life. Sports is a crucial part of Box House and kind of what led us here. I'm a graduate of Wingate University, graduated with sports management, a degree in sports management, minor in kinesiology, and also I played football there. I actually went to Mars Hill first, out of high school originally, and then transferred there my sophomore year. And really for me, that was a turning point of just kind of being intentional and becoming serious about my life. Mars Hill was great. It was. I learned a lot of things that can find better use. But
don't get yourself in trouble.
yeah. But at the same time, Wingate really for me it was, school first, education first.
Wow.
It was very competitive at the school, and I'm a very competitive person by nature. And after school, worked in insurance. Literally, I've done just about every job you can think of. I've sold insurance, sold cars, sold memberships, taught classes. I mean, you name it. And, for me, I'm just thankful to have an opportunity to make an impact in our community and in the lives of our in-house community, literally, and outside of Box House as well. So that's just a little bit about me. Caroline, what about you? Who are you?
Who am I? I am very artsy fartsy. I love to sing. I love to dance. I love acting. That is what my primary focus was at Meredith College. I grew up here in like the Zebulon area, went to East Wake High School in Wendell, shout out. But then I went to Meredith College in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I got my bachelor's of music there, and I was able to meet really cool people and just really expand on this performative aspect that I've always been naturally inclined to be. And then from there, I went and got my master's in Oklahoma, and I have a master's in opera performance.
Oh, wow.
So while I was at Meredith, I got to study classical music, and I fell in love with it. So obviously, I got my master's in opera performance. And I've actually been in Oklahoma for the past 7 years. And I just moved back home. And one of my friends, shout out to Mary Beth, who went to Meredith College, was like, you know, I think you'd really like this Delwyn guy. He has like this boxing gym in Rocky Mount. And I was like, boxing? I don't know about that. And I became a yoga teacher in Oklahoma. And that was just something that I needed, like a yin to my yang in the performance world, because it's like sports. It's highly competitive. It's a lot of like mental games and puzzles. So yoga was my thing that grounded me. So out here, now that I moved back home, and you know, Mary Beth presented this opportunity to me to teach yoga at the boxing gym.
Shout out Mary Beth.
Shout out Mary Beth. I ended up coming here, meeting Delwyn, auditioning, taught a yoga class, and bada bing, bada boom, things just unraveled and unfolded really nicely and built a great opportunity for all of us to be here together. Currently, I'm teaching music still. I'm going to be starting at Greenfield in Wilson, North Carolina, so I can keep honing in on all of those musical qualities, artsy fartsiness, and also my yoga game out here in Rocky Mount.
That's awesome.
Thank you. All right, Chelsea, what brings you in?
Well, I went to North Carolina Wesleyan University. I went and played softball there for 5 years, which COVID gave me an extra year to play. I ended up tearing my labrum in my 4th year, so I was so lucky to be able to play my 5th year. I now work there, so I'm the admissions liaison at the front desk. I love it. It's not something that I thought I'd be doing, but I found it. I've made friends there. Actually, Kaylee Sharp, she started to go here.
Shout out to Kaylee.
Shout out Kaylee. She's the one that showed me Box House. She's like, you got to come out. I know you played softball. You would love it. I think it'd be so much fun. So she got a few of our coworkers out here, and then I just ended up here every single day after that, it seemed like. Not every day, but most days. Yeah, so I think that with Box House, you know, letting me have a place to kind of not go to practice necessarily like I did with softball, but, you know, it's a place to get all that energy out after a long work day. I think that was very necessary and needed for me.
Have you ever taught fitness classes?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering. I've never asked you that question.
Yeah.
Would you be
I did
interested?
camps and stuff. I would love to. I've done
That's
camps for
awesome.
little kids, but that's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we just got to know each other through Box House, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful to get to know you as well, Delwyn. One of the things that we've been doing together is creating content for our social media. And one thing that has started and has pretty much hooked is House Nation Motivation. And I wanted to bring up one of the House Nation Motivation videos that was a little like, I'm just going to keep scrolling past this. But I'm going to play it in order for you to understand why some of us think that. Are y'all ready?
Send it.
All right, so here I am on our Instagram account. I'm going to go to it. Delwyn, It's the one that got the least amount of views.
Oops.
All right, here it is. So you're saying, what's up, House Nation? It's another round of House Nation. Motivation, entitlement, and a lack of accountability. And then you say, we are actually entitled to nothing.
Nothing.
Mic drop. Ah.
Truth hurts a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Like, what was your intention of creating this reel for people to look at from Box House?
Yeah. So I'm a huge Alabama fan. Hashtag Roll Tide. And, you know, the great Nick Saban is a big philosopher on anything and everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So one of his most famous interviews is the concept of nothing. So waking up, nobody owes you anything. If you go to a job, you know, give minimal effort, they don't owe you a promotion, right? If you know, put in minimal work, nobody owes you anything. Life doesn't owe you anything for being present. So one of the reasons why, you know, we chose that route for our House Nation motivation is entitlement, right? Entitlement is the art or the thought that people owe you something just because you're there, right? We're entitled to it because I'm here. I have a voice. I have this. I have that. But really, we're entitled to nothing. And I think, you know, as it correlates with working out is, you know, people work out, let's say 6 days a week, right? They work hard. They burn 1,000 calories a class. Great. Congratulations. You did it. But they go home and eat pizza every night, or they go home and drink crazy every night, or a combination of the two. So, you know, when they don't see results, you know, they're like, yeah, I show up, I'm putting in my time, I'm putting in my work, but I'm not seeing any results. Okay, have you changed your diet?
Yeah.
No. Okay, well, you know, you're not entitled to results because you're not putting in the work.
You have a lack of accountability.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So that's just a huge tie-in of how, you know, we got that concept and just talked about the importance of nothing.
Isn't that funny how, you know, something as impactful as that in a reel on social media isn't something that's the most clicked or the most viewed? Isn't that interesting that, like, truth hurts so much that we're just going to ignore that, keep scrolling?
We're just going to put a Band-Aid over it and just hope it gets better, you know? But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, for us in Box House, you know, our 3 pillars of success is faith, community, and accountability. So
say that again.
Faith, community, and accountability. So for people, you know, especially starting a fitness dream or fitness journey, that's going to be huge, and that's something that we do well here is holding our members accountable and making sure that, you know, they hit their goals, or if they're not, we fix that real quick, expeditiously.
I love that.
He does ask everyone at the end of class, what are you having for dinner today?
Or what are you having for lunch?
That's accountability real quick.
Yeah. And then makes us say what we're eating in front of everybody. So I hope you have something healthy.
Yeah. Or they just maybe lie real quick.
Chelsea, how do you hold yourself accountable? Like, what are some things that you instill in your personal life that help you stay accountable?
Well, I just always make sure to try to show up, at least getting here. Then I know I'll be fine the rest of the time, because then I'll feel so much better when I leave. I know I'll be at work and I'll do movements all throughout the day, just getting my body warm. And they ask me, are you going to work out today? And I go, yeah, I normally do. And then that kind of just, you know, they know I go. I post pictures. So the pictures helps them see where I'm coming, like I'm working out. And they say, oh, are you going to go tomorrow and do this? And I'm able to tell them and kind of share Box House, the name. And that's really cool.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Caroline, what about you? Like, what holds you accountable? And, you know, for accountability, what drives you when motivation runs out?
I didn't share this when I was saying, like, me introducing me, but I'm also a type 1 diabetic. And being a type 1 diabetic keeps me accountable. I wear a Dexcom, which is a blood glucose monitor. So I literally see my blood sugar on my phone all day.
Oh, wow.
And because of that, I know I am accountable. Only me can be in charge of me
Literally.
when it comes to my blood sugar. You know, how much I exercise, the sugar intake, how much insulin I'm taking. So honestly, having type 1 diabetes, as awful as it is, as a disease that I can't control, it's honestly really great because it holds me accountable to be mindful about what I'm eating, be mindful about how I'm exercising, when I'm exercising. And then aside from that, you know, like obviously type 1 diabetes keeps me accountable and keeps me motivated, but also moving home and being closer to my family, especially like my nieces, I just want to live as healthfully and as nourishing as I can so that I can, you know, subliminally or, you know, on purposefully send a message that's like, hey, like take care of your body, take care of yourself in an inspirational way so that they can take those same elements into their life.
And they're always watching.
They're always watching.
Literally.
They knows everything.
I love it. I love it. Well, hey, again, you know, with the House Nation Motivation, again, we put those out not to, you know, distract or what have you. You never know what people's going through, right?
Yeah.
Something on social media, you know, you have an opportunity to save it on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media platform you're using. So that's something like even for me, I'll have a video if I'm like lacking or I'm feeling like my cup is overflowed or not full, you know, I go back in there and it's like, okay, snap me back in reality. So we do this for our members and then for members of the public so, you know, we can be a blessing to somebody else. So if you get a chance, follow us on Instagram at Box House Rocky Mount, Facebook, Box House Rocky Mount, YouTube, Box House Rocky Mount, and just know we coming. So we want to shout out Sparkling Creations again. Again, if you haven't heard of Sparkling Creations, they are an awesome business here in Rocky Mount that helps support us and our events. Actually, last year, we had our first ever summer kickoff to our Boxing and Brews bonanza. And awesome. Literally, we had two live artists, a live DJ, food trucks. We had about 5 or 6 food trucks. We had beer and wine sales here, and we had at least 1,000 people here for that event. And the Rocky Mount Fire Department was here as well and supported us, having a big flag drape as a background for it. And Sparkling Creation, they really did a great job. They were professional. They brought their mechanical bull. Hey, shout out to that mechanical bull. It is awesome. And then also they helped with the bounce houses and have a stage set up so our artists could be safe and have a way to professionally perform. And again, if you haven't heard of them, Sparkling Creations, you can find them on Instagram and Facebook. You can give them a call at 252-443-0472 or to stop by their location, 976 North Winstead Avenue in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Chelsea, I think I hear something maybe like the mailbox is coming.
Yeah, so our next segment is titled Mailbox, where our listeners can submit questions. They can as topics that you'd like to hear discussed and maybe a funny story you'd like to share. We do want to shout out Kara for submitting the very first one.
Kara A, woohoo!
So that's awesome. But yeah, submit it.
Yeah, so Kara's she submitted about nutrition. And, you know, I know we kind of hit on that earlier, but Chelsea, like, what is having a great nutrition mean for you?
I think it's really important to make sure you're preparing yourself for each day. You know, eat some breakfast. Get something in your stomach so you have energy. If you don't have any energy, then you're going to be really lackadaisical. Wherever you're coming in to work out, you're going to feel dizzy, tired. You're not going to have the strength to push through.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
It's happened so many times, and I shouldn't say that, but I'm telling the truth. It's important. So, you know, definitely.
Now I'm going to ask you something bad. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, I'll have to say pasta.
That's good energy, right?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
carbs.
Carbs, you
Yes.
know? Get you through the
Nice.
day and
Any
the day
type of
after and the day
noodles.
after.
I do love some good Italian food.
Yeah.
It is
So
good.
you're pasta too?
Yeah.
I love
Well,
it.
I wouldn't say that's my favorite. My favorite is actually probably just like steak and potatoes.
That's solid.
Yep.
So good.
So random. Or actually just so basic.
That's so basic.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I mean, yeah, nutrition
choice.
is very, very important, especially if you're exercising, especially if you're busy, which is most of us, because you have to keep nourishing your body in order to have fuel. What's your relationship with food like, Delwyn? I know you've been on a weight loss journey, and
So starting a year ago, I've lost 40 pounds, and I'm trying to lose another 40, maybe 50. But for me, my relationship with food is really time. So I'm here all day at the studio from, let's say, maybe 4:15, 3:30ish in the morning. I may not leave some nights until 8:30 at night. And one thing that I found for me to get myself in trouble is literally right across the parking lot, we have Popeyes, we have Freddy's, we have Bojangles, we have all the good food, right?
we
But-
love you, but we hate you.
But at the same time, really realizing that the way I spend my time, not only in here and outside of here, also correlates to my relationship with food. So if I say, hey, I'm about to go eat, a ham biscuit from Bojangles because I got 5 minutes before class starts, okay. But I know that if I do that, I'm not going to be able to give my all for our members. And then hindsight, I'm not helping myself on the food side as well. So, and then also, trying to figure out when the best time to eat dinner is, right? Or like what to eat for dinner. So one thing my wife and I are doing now are like pre-meal prepping. So if I go home at, let's say, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll go ahead, heat it up, and I'll bring it with me back to the studio.
Lovely.
And, something I do for our personal training clients is make sure they're not eating past 7 o'clock. So I'm trying to, distill that in my life as well, which has been working out so far. But, that's something like even my whole life. Like I was a chubby kid, I've been thick with 2 C's my whole life. And, we're going to make it right. But yeah, really nutrition is something you can work out, you can do whatever, but you cannot outwork a bad diet.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally impossible.
Snaps. That's so true. My relationship with food, I mean, as a type 1 diabetic, it's always been worrying about the carbs and things
Right.
and the sugars and things. And I was probably 23. Yeah, when I discovered that calories were a thing. Like, I had never counted calories in my life. And one time in an opera rehearsal, I was just like fistful eating almonds. And I got so full, and I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, almonds are healthy, Then you look at the back, and there's like 240 calories in like 8 almonds. I don't know. It was something crazy like that. And I was like, oh, maybe I should start counting calories. So when I started counting calories, then this is really like when nutrition took a whole new meaning for me, because I realized, oh, like you're only supposed to have so many calories per day, especially if you're not exercising. But yeah, so for a while after I learned about calories, I got super strict, like very black and white with my nutrition. Like, I need this many macros, I need this many calories in my day. And I would say in the past like 2 years, I've gotten more lackadaisical about it, just because I can see food and I kind of know what it is now. But it took me a while to get there. Like, I had to be very proficient and very proactive
Right.
rather than reactive.
Absolutely.
And now I can be proactive / reactive, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, like nutrition is an everyday battle. I mean, we get it. We're not going to sit up here and say, hey, we do the best all the time for our nutrition. Like, we'll be lying to you.
wish.
Yeah.
But at the same time, having a healthy relationship with food and being efficient with how we essentially use our calories, use our, the way we track our foods, that's going to help us hit our goals,
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you, Kara, for freaking sending that in. That was awesome. Hey, if you want to get involved and send those in, check us out on our social media, Facebook or Instagram. We posted in our story. So you can just go ahead and slide that in there, or give us a call, 252-231-0569. Let's see what we got. Caroline, I think we got some announcements. We got some birthdays and some events coming up. What we got? What's going on?
All right. So, number one, I have to do birthdays first since I, took off on this show talking about my birthday. I need to shout out the January birthdays. So, happy birthday. I won't sing, but maybe if you request it. To Bristol, Mo, Rhonda, Brittany, Chelsea, Whit, and Joanna. Happy birthday from Box House. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. We can't wait to see you in class for your X amount of burpees, depending on how old you're turning.
Plank holds.
Or plank holds.
Or both.
Or all of the above.
I love it.
Next Saturday, we have our first open house with boxing, Pilates, and yoga. So you can go to any of our social media to find your ticket to get for boxing, Pilates, and yoga. This is open house. It's free class. Bring your friends, bring your family members, bring your coworkers, even the ones you hate, and just bring them in. Like, let's have a good time next Saturday. And that is January, what's the day on next Saturday?
January the 11th.
January 11th. Please come. You will not regret it. I will be here for the boxing and the Pilates, and then teaching the yoga. So if I'm going to be here all day, you can too. Another announcement. What else is happening in January?
We're hitting our goals in January.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we have a busy February.
Yes. Starting off February 1st, we have a yoga basics boot camp. So if you've been on like the balancing beam, you're like, should I go to yoga? Should I not go to yoga? Come to yoga for the Yoga Basics Bootcamp, because in this class, we are going to go over the basics of yoga. I'm talking breath. I'm talking the postures in Sun A's, Sun B's. We're talking what in the world is chimichanga chaturanga that she is always saying. And this is just a class. It's 90 minutes from 9 a.m. to 10:30 so that you can understand the basics of yoga and then implement them in a regular yoga class. And just, building confidence in your yoga practice.
That's awesome.
She's a great yoga instructor.
Oh, thank you, Chelsea.
We are blessed. Hashtag shout out Mary Beth for like the 8th time today. Caroline, so if you've ever taken yoga and you've never had like a true hands-on experience, look no further. Come to our yoga classes Monday and Friday at 8:15 a.m. and then on Saturdays at 11:05 a.m. at the Box House and Studio A. Come on down, see Caroline. She is phenomenal. Even today, she helped turn Lana into a yoga superstar. So
Shout out
Caroline,
Lana.
Shout out to Lana. Shout out to Tara. Shout out House Nation. We just want to say thank you, Caroline, for showing up every day and always bringing it. So
Thank you, Delwyn.
yes, ma'am. And then
enjoy
one more. We got Savage Saturday coming up, February 22nd. Hey, so if you want to, if you don't know what Savage Saturday is, this is our first time ever doing it. It's 75 minutes of straight nonsense, and if you survive it, you earn a T-shirt and a toboggan.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So, this is for all my savages. It's for members and non-members. So, hey, this is an open invitation. If you think you're in shape, come see me. If you think you're out of shape, come see me. If you think you're a savage, come see me. 577 Tarrytown Center. Let's get this work. I love it. Well, hey, I think it's a wrap. First episode. How y'all feel? Y'all good?
Yeah.
I'm feeling
awesome.
great. Feels like just another day clowning around with these people.
Come on, somebody. Well, hey, again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Okay. Thank you for listening, House Nation. Be sure to tune in to our next episode of the House Nation podcast, anywhere where podcasts are available. If you're listening right now and you've been wanting to become a member of Box House, hey, look no further. You can find us on our social media. Again, Box House Rocky Mount. That's Instagram, Facebook, and soon to come TikTok. Okay. Or you can give us a call at 252-231-0569. That's we're currently running a special for our buy 1 month, get 1 month free. So if you want more information about that, give us a call. Hey, this was a great episode. This is Coach Dale here with
Caroline.
And Chelsea.
Hey, we just want to tell y'all.
See ya!